One of the most embarrassing times of my farm life, we'll say my farm life, was when Sean from Keeping It Dutch came out to visit. It was the heat of the summer, and we had to go try to hunt those coyotes who had taken the life of Mr. Huck. And when Sean had gotten here, I'd been so busy trying to get things prepped for his arrival that I'd kind of neglected the water. And guys, in the summertime, it doesn't take long for your water to get so nasty. And so Sean knows that I'm a big proponent for, clean, fresh water. So much so that people have gotten onto other internet channels for not having as clean of water. So the embarrassing part of my story comes whenever Sean and I was walking around looking at all the animals, and Sean happened to notice how dirty one of the water troughs was. Yes, I'm telling you right now, Sean noticed how dirty one of the water troughs was. Christmas, get down. And so I had to, he took pictures. I'm just gonna say that Sean began to take pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh. Sean was taking pictures of my dirty water trough. And I'm like, Sean, you can't do that. Sean, don't do that. He goes, no, I just want it for he wanted it for himself. He wanted some pictures for himself. And I says, buddy, what happens on a farm stays on a farm, Sean. What happens on a farm stays on a farm. But in reality, y'all, sometimes you get busy, and if you go a couple of days, especially in the summer, then this water can turn green. It can turn green fast. And so I'm not going to say, it's not one of those, ye with no sin cast the first stone. But boy, Sean made sure that next time someone gets onto his butt about Lester and how clean his water is, Sean was going to have a picture to say, hey, hold on a minute now. Lester might be, Lester's not the clean water God, okay? Lester is not the God of clean water. And no, he's not. Lester also has his days where I find myself lacking or just really busy, and I can't always get to it immediately. There we go. But we're doing it today. Morning, folks. Lester here, and we're coming out this morning to check on Tilly, Sissy. Now that crow, if it's not careful, is going to, oh boy, you need to hush it up. Thank you. Yeah, one thing I can't stand, y'all, is the sound of feathered babies. Roosters, crows, geese. But hey, that's my own little thing. I think all of us have hang-ups. Let's just call them hang-ups. And one of my stresses, one of my triggers for my anxiety is the sound of all of that squawking and gacking. Now, there's people who get on to me. And they sometimes will say that, Lester, the trigger of my stress is you screaming about your stresses. That's funny. It is true. I can understand that. The reason for your stress is me screaming and hollering about my stress. Hey, Carl. Now, this is one feathered baby who doesn't bother me at all. This is one feathered baby here who I am not bothered by. Sir, how are you doing? Because he's quiet. You see how quiet he is? Now, all that rustling, that's where all the rustling's coming from right there. Settle down, Chrissy. See, this is a nice and quiet bird. Look at that. See, that's about all you get out of Carl. Hey, Carl. And then Tat's just as quiet, and all the ladies here are quiet. I love birds like that. I'm looking for Tilly. I know I'm talking, but I'm actually not just yakking. I'm looking for Tilly. And so what she does, this is where she spends most of her time here with Tat. She'll go into the loafing shed, obviously, but she also will go along the base of these trees or along the fence line and lay down. And I don't see her at all. So I think that we're going to be baby free still for a while longer, because I do think that the day that she's going to give birth, she'll lay around a little bit ahead of time and nest, as they say. But I don't see her anywhere in this pasture. Now, she can come in here with Carl. She comes through the doggy door. Carl, no one's messing with you, sir. Now, the thing is, I can see the other goats on the high hill. Oh, there's Tilly. I see her. Look right in the center of your screen. You see a little brown speck laying there in the grass. All right, so there's Tilly. She's fine. And then everyone else is up on top of the hill. Ringo and all of the other goat babies. Oh, we're going to walk down that way and visit. Carl, I would say you can come along, but there ain't no way we're letting you out of that pasture right now. And then at some point, Carl, then we'll go over and feed Tex, Dolly, and Reba. I also want to look more into Dolly's skin condition. Been doing a lot of reading, and I appreciate you guys letting me know what your thoughts on it. But possible mites, maybe even lice, which is pretty common in cattle. It's a simple solution, a simple fix. All we need to do is buy a bottle of, I think, permethrin is what they call it. Get a 1 gallon pump sprayer, make a solution, and then I'll have to spray her. So what I'll have to do is get her inside of the barn, close her into one of the lots, into one of the stalls, and then spray her down good. There's also a dust powder. We do have a dust powder dispenser. That's the one they have to walk under, and it will dust down their entire back. But I had no idea that cattle lice was a thing. Let's walk over and look at her real fast, and then you'll have a better idea what I'm talking about. All right, y'all want to see something funny? Watch how they run. Woo! Come on, girls, let's go. Come on, girls. Oh, the day you want them to do it, they're not going to. They will come running. They will run like goats will run to you. Except they're not going to today. Maybe they're scared because they're on the spillway. Maybe the spillway is making them nervous. Isn't that just a gorgeous view, friends? Is that not just the most gorgeous view ever? I love Longhorn Lusters and the topography of this place. I do. It's a beautiful place to live. How many of y'all are worried about what this upcoming summer is going to do to our grass, though? We do not want to see another summer like the last two. Here we are in February now, knowing that we have another month of winter, and then we'll hit the spring, where I think we'll be fine. But then, boy, not looking forward to summer. This is always scary. Dolly does not respect boundaries, friends. She's never learned to respect boundaries. Stop doing all that with your head. You see all the fiber, the fur that's missing, sweetie? Guys, she'll turn her horns and knock this bucket right out of my hands if I'm not careful. Sweetie, I'm gonna have to get me a spanky stick at her just to kind of shoo her back from me. If she was smart, she'd run to her bowl. She'd run to her food bowl. Oh my gosh, look how smart she is. You just turned smart, sweetie. How'd you just turn so smart? Back up. Now see the problem, I got one in front of me and one behind me now. I'm in a bad situation here. Back up. Back it up. Sister, back it up. This is so dangerous. That is so dangerous, y'all. Here. Okay, here. My God, that was scary. I don't know if you've experienced that kind of fear in your life. Seriously, have you ever experienced that kind of fear in your life? All right, that's what we're looking at right there. There are patches of hair that's sort of falling out around her neck, her front shoulder area. Now, we talked about this briefly yesterday. Everyone else looks fine. I don't notice that on anybody else. Jamie said that take a good look at Ruby today, because Ruby over at the J&L has similar patches of hair that's missing. And so that's not just her shedding, friends. That's not shedding. I don't think it would be. If it was shedding, it would be all over. It looks to be irritated. So I will go to Tractor Supply and we'll get the permethrin first, I believe. Texas is not going to want to eat out of this bowl. He likes those other bowls. All right, well, we will treat that as a mite / lice. You don't like that? So this is the food that comes from the feed buggy. And then the thing is, I don't know this for a fact. I did not read this part. But if you treat one, I'm guessing should you just treat them all? Because even though we don't see it on Tex or Reba, you think it's something that they can all get? And they will all get eventually? Or is she just more prone to it? I don't know. Christmas, get down, sweetie. Daddy is working on a video. Now, it's going to be hard to get that water trough clean. I'm going to have to sneak in there while he's over there eating. Oh, gosh, that scared me. So we're going to fill up the ladies first, and then we'll make our way over there to Carl's. But that's not going to be as easy because he's going to come running. The reason that we like these smaller water troughs is because you can tilt them over, empty them out, and use that little scrub brush to wipe them down in just a matter of minutes. You can refill them just as fast, and it's a lot harder to clean out those large troughs. The birds and the goats, they don't drink enough to worry about running out of water in one day or even in a couple of days. But these large troughs you would need those for cows and horses who drink gallons and gallons of water a day. The goats don't need that. So I'm going to eventually take that trough out and just replace it with a smaller one. And that'll make my life a whole lot easier when having to fill waters up. You have to make sure, though, your water trough is low enough to the ground where your goats can drink out of it easily. That right there, that looks horrible. Now, a lot of times the leaves can change colors of the water pretty fast, so I can't turn my back on Carl for too long. So I'll get in there next, and the problem is I can't physically, I don't have the strength to turn this water trough over. I'll have to scoop water out first. But you know what, I'll do that now. I think you're fine with me in here? Are you okay with me in here? Why are you walking like that? Why are you walking over here like that far? I think he's fine. It's that one that I worry about. No, you're not going to be pecking on me. No, you cannot be pecking on me when I'm in here. All right, guys, I need 2 hands for this. Oh, Lord, I need 2 hands for this. All right, well, it's a good day. All of my waters have been cleaned. Tilly's, Sissy are both fine. I've just fed all of the babies. We're going to be getting out of here pretty soon, heading over to Tractor Supply, and I will let you guys know what we come up with as far as the treatment for our cows. You guys ready? Thank y'all for watching. Christmas, get down. We'll catch you on the next video, huh?
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.